So now we are in Southwest France, which I have always thought is the funniest name for regions in France because we have like Loire, Bourgogne, Rhone, and it's like Southwest. But there's a lot of really amazing natural producers coming out of there, and these guys are no different. So this one's called Bise, and I think this is their first vintage of it this year. This is the first we're getting of it. I don't know exactly how much they made, but we have a very good amount of it from their very first vintage. So it is from, what's it called? I don't remember the actual name of their company, but it's Isabelle and Thierry Dulake. And Bise means kiss in French, so thus the cute art on the front. And it is half Sémillon, half Sauv Blanc, which makes sense for the region that it's in. And it has a lot of skin contact. I believe it has 6 months of skin contact, so it's got some time on it. The color is fairly extracted, but not a ton. But that doesn't surprise me coming from the Sémillon and Sauvignon Blanc grapes. They're not super thick-skinned or anything or darker that would make them super extracted. But knowing that 6 months is quite a bit of time, I don't know if it was like lower temperatures or not. And I do know that they did not batonnage it, which means batonnage. They did not like mix in the lees or anything like that. So my general expectations are it's not going to be super leesy. It's going to be fairly extracted because it has 6 months of skin contact. And yeah, it's a complete mix or complete down the middle mix of Sémillon and Sauvignon Blanc. So we'll see how those play together. All right. Oh, and a little bit about them. So they only have like 1.5 hectares, which is nothing. So I imagine the production's got to be quite small. I don't know exactly how long they've been making wine. I just know that this is the first one that they've made of this one. I think honestly they've either just started this label because we just got their Celine Rosé as well, which is great. So it made me very excited about trying their orange. So I'm pretty sure they've been around for a while, but I think this is their first foray into their own label. So now let's talk about it. All right, so initially sometimes I can just like smell, and I don't know exactly what it is about it, but like I feel like I can just smell that it's going to have some phenolic bitterness, which is like it's like white wine tannin basically. It's like baby aspirin a little bit on your tongue. I get that a little bit on the top. There's got to be something attached to it that is making that, but I have not been able to pinpoint exactly what it is. But generally it's honestly a little bit medicinal in a good way at the top, a little bit like baking spice, a little bit floral, like daisies maybe. And it makes sense that, there's fruit, there's certainly fruit, but I'm going to get more of it at the bottom. But it makes sense with 6 months of skin contact that we're going to be getting less fruit, at least initially on the top, than some of these secondary characteristics or tertiary characteristics. So that makes me very excited. It's like maybe got a slight savoriness to it, but not a ton. All right, let's go to the bottom. Oh, so there's your oranges. It's like orange peel. It's like certainly it's like the no, it's not the Fuji apple. It's the apple that's what's the one that everyone loves? No, that's lemon. It's the apple that people like to put in their pies. I can't think of exactly which one it is, but that, and then it's got some like passion fruit, or it's called like tropical fruits to it as well. Melon. Oh, it's got like melon. It's got like lighter honeydew, which is nice. Honestly, it's just got a lot going on. But it's interesting because again, like I'm really having to kind of pull out the fruit. I'm getting it secondary. So I'm very curious now to see how it's going to be on the palate. Where is the fruit first? And is it lingering, or is it second and not? Let's try. Oh, that's tasty. So definitely got the phenolic bitterness. Also has more tannin than I was initially expecting just because of the color of it. It's not a crazy amount because it's also very balanced by the acid. The acid's quite high. But yeah, that phenolic bitterness is probably the first thing that hit me. So yeah, so really I was kind of too focused on the mouthfeel initially to be able to talk too much to everything else. So let's go back. Oh man, what a lovely texture. So definitely the fruit is actually the first thing I'm seeing there this time, which is interesting. So it's like mango, more mango, or I don't think I said mango on the palette, but like, you know, whatever kind of like tropical fruit there is for you, that's certainly the first thing. And honestly, it's the lingering thing with me as well. But there's definitely citrus in there as tangerine, whatever like the like more acidic oranges is the one that I'm getting on it. And then the melon's there, but it's like lighter towards the finish. And then yeah, like it's spicy. It's got the spice. Well, it's not like spicy and like it's spicy and then it's got a lot of spices. It's got like cinnamon and clove and I don't know, coriander even maybe. Isn't coriander just cilantro? So I'm not even sure if that's true, but a lot of spices. So honestly, all these things put together, there's so many different things we could do with it. We're definitely going to put cheese with it because it's going in our cheese pairing and it's going to be amazing with honestly, like probably a lot of the cheeses that we're going to have. That's going to be really fun to kind of try it against all of them because my guess is that this one's going to go the best with the most things. But that's kind of just how orange wine plays generally. It's cheating a little bit because it's kind of on the white wine side, it's kind of on the red wine side. So it's able to dip into more areas than either of those wines is able to. But beyond that, I think that with all the like exotic spices it has going on, I would love to put it with either Indian food, Moroccan food, Lebanese food, whatever, like something, anything that's got a lot of spices going on with it. Not necessarily spicy. I don't think that it's going to go great with spicy food. The residual sugar is definitely very low on it. But spices will be your friend here. You can also be boring. Again, you can always put it with your roasted chicken. You can put it with literally a lot of things, honestly. This could go with a lot of different fish. It could go with white meat. It could go with whatever meat, pink meat, like pork and stuff. Like it could go with any of that. It could go with your mushrooms. It could go with your risotto. Like, yeah, the structure of it is just really set up nicely to be able to put with like you're not gonna go wrong unless you put it with like steak. Like it's not supposed to go with steak, but like it's gonna go with the majority of things that you might be thinking about cooking right now. Also, it's just great for fall. Look at the cutie little like orange leaves with it. I just loved it for October. So I hope that you guys really like it too. And yeah, I hope that you join the cheese pairing so you can kind of see what's going on with that as well. Enjoy.